Worlds of Fun has now been long rumored to receive a roller coaster for their 50th anniversary next year. Construction permits have been filed for Project 50, and files that include the word wood coaster have been discovered. Seems very straightforward, right? Worlds of Fun will be getting some kind of wooden coaster and... wrong. The president of Great Coasters International, Claire Hain, has revealed a project using their new Infinity Flyer trains will start construction in August and will be ready for spring of next year. He didn't directly say that the project would be Titan Track related, but in that same little video he said that the trains and track were sort of a package deal, and both of which were built to go upside down. So that certainly suggests that this upcoming project will use a Titan Track model in some way, shape, or form. There's also been some new information in the permits that suggests Skyline Attractions will be working with Worlds of Fun on the new project, which is a company that works closely with GCI. Worlds of Fun just revealed that there will be an announcement on August 11th, so it is almost a given that something big is getting announced on that date. Today I'll be discussing why all that evidence points to a coaster from GCI using the Titan Track will be coming to Worlds of Fun. I will also discuss what this ride could look like and some other possible obscure options that could be the end product other than a full Titan Track coaster. Before we get into the speculation, if you could all do me a huge favor by liking this video, I'd greatly appreciate it because it helps us out greatly in the battle against the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you enjoy videos concerning future developments for the Titan Track, I'd recommend subscribing as I've made numerous videos covering different developments with the model. That said, let's jump right in. First, let's break down some of the background information and clues for this project, as a lot of details have gone under the radar. Like I said at the start of the video, Worlds of Fun will be celebrating their 50th anniversary next season. There has been some land clearing going on over the past few months in the area that was formerly occupied by the park's Dinosaurs Alive attraction next to the park's Boomerang. Some markers were also spotted in the area as well back in the spring, but we didn't hear much about this project until the past couple of weeks. The next clue we received was that there were permits filed under the name of Project 50 on Kansas City's website that stores public records for permits. Before we go any further, I'd like to shout out Coaster Chaos on Instagram for digging up the permits for this project, and Cole from Park Pros for bringing this project to a lot of people's attention. We then saw the addition of the title Wood Coaster added to the file. Furthermore, an engineer by the name of Daniel Peak has been attached to these permits as a contact for the project, which obviously indicates he'll be involved in some way. Daniel Peak is a structural engineer for Skyline Attractions who has subcontracted a lot of GCI's projects, whether that be in the construction process of some of their wooden coasters or the development process like they helped to develop the Titan Track. That's really all the set info that we have regarding this project thus far. Worlds of Fun also posted a teaser on social media with a suitcase on their train with some stickers that would indicate traveling, and a hint at Orient Express, which was a former roller coaster at the park from Aerodynamics. It also says the suitcase is supposed to be arriving in East Asia and Scandinavia on August 11th, which is supposed to be the announcement date. It's probably just some kind of clue to the theme of the ride, but I'm going to leave that one to the park experts because I don't really know what it could be. Maybe some kind of traveling theme, but who knows. Regardless, whatever the theme is, I hope it'll be just as high quality as some of Cedar Fair's other recent themes. Anyways, what we know for sure from all the clues is that this coaster will definitely be made of wood in some way. Now, whether that means just a structure will be made of wood, or just a track will be made of wood, or possibly the whole thing could be made of wood isn't clear at this point. But given what Worlds of Fun already has in their lineup, I think there is strong reason to believe that this coaster will be partially or fully constructed with Titan Track. Worlds of Fun already has two traditional wooden coasters, one of which is Prowler, a traditional GCI wooden coaster with wood track and a wooden structure. This coaster's layout is primarily made up of fast-paced, low-to-the-ground airtime hills and turns. The other wooden coaster the park has is Timberwolf, which is an older Din Corporation wooden coaster that has been refurbished over the years. These rides are both medium-sized wooden coasters, so that pretty much rules out a traditional GCI coming here. This leaves us with pretty limited options, and the most clear-cut answer is a roller coaster that uses the Titan Track. and likely a ride that features a lot of the Titan track as well. The key difference between the wooden coasters at the park and this hypothetical Titan track coaster would be that the Titan track gives this coaster the ability to go upside down, which is something neither of those wooden coasters do. Even if the coaster is mostly made of wood, this would still be a big factor in the marketing scheme of this ride. The Titan track can also perform launches, another thing that Worlds of Fun does not have. I think the only other logical option here would be a family wooden coaster or something extremely out of character for GCI like a shuttle coaster. I feel like a family wooden coaster wouldn't be the best fit for this park as they already have 2 coasters for kids and families with Spinning Dragons and Cosmic Coaster. It would also make less sense to contact GCI for a family coaster versus the Gravity Group as they have mastered the concept of the family wooden coaster. I know Cedar Fair loves to work with GCI, but there's evidence to suggest that Cedar Fair has had interest in working with the Gravity Group based on the plans that were revealed for a new roller coaster that we saw at Dorney Park. The plans were for this wood coaster to have a spike, which is something the Gravity Group has done in the past. I also get the feeling that the way Claire Hain hinted in the video that GCI released that the Titan track and Infinity Flyer trains were meant to work together to traverse inversions was in reference to the Worlds of Fun project and does not suggest a family coaster is coming to the park. We know that Cedar Fair is interested in the Titan track as they tested it out on Wolverine Wildcat at Michigan's Adventure for this season. I also doubt that GCI is doing something like a shuttle coaster either. They have been focused for a while on developing the Titan track and the new Infinity Flyer train, so I don't think we'll just randomly see something out of the blue from GCI like a shuttle coaster. I could be wrong, but I just don't see the purpose of adding a family thrill coaster to a park that already has slightly more thrilling coasters. And not to mention that this park is in desperate need of a thrill ride. Let's say I'm right and we do see this Titan track coaster. There's a lot of ways they could take this, but I'm confident that this ride will have inversions using the Titan track. If I had to guess, these inversions will be on the conservative side. And by conservative, I mean something simple like a barrel roll. I'm not expecting anything crazy like a stall because this is the first time we've seen inversions from GCI, and it wouldn't make sense for them to go crazy with them. Also, maybe we could see some kind of overbank or cutback that you could argue is an inversion, but one thing they have to watch out for with that is not to be too similar to Outlaw Run, which is only a few hours away from the park. However, maybe GCI will be a little more bold and they will try something unique to a model like this. Possibly something like a vertical loop to pay homage to Orient Express, but who knows. Regardless, I think this ride will still feature Titan track inversions. I would also like to see a launch on this ride as Worlds of Fun does not have a launch coaster, but it's hard to say if that will actually happen because that is unproven technology and Cedar Fair isn't really known for taking big risks like that. Another rumor is that this ride will feature some sort of spiral lift hill or launch to pay homage to Zambezi Zinger, but I don't really see that happening. I think if this ride is to pay homage to either Orient Express or Zambezi Zinger, it will be in the theme. I think anything with a spiral would be pretty stupid and probably would be a waste of money. I'm kind of leaning toward a traditional lift hill on this coaster because I get the feeling that this ride will be a little more on the safe side. In terms of how the track will be set up, I can almost guarantee you that this thing is going to have some Titan track included for some inversions. But beyond that, I could honestly see this ride being made of wood, at the very least in the structure facet of the coaster, because the permit said wood coaster. But logically there should be more Titan track on this ride than wood, if there's any wood track on it at all. Because having too much wood track would make it really similar to Prowler outside of those inversions. The people who issue the permits are probably not coaster enthusiasts, so it is possible that it will just be a wooden structure with steel track on top of it. I think the layout will be more or less an out and back layout with a twister facet taken out to keep it different from Prowler. Maybe there'll be some airtime hills or inversions that go a little bit off the beaten path, but I think it'll have a pretty defined layout. It's hard to say how the layout will exactly look because we've never seen something like this from GCI. However, I would expect to see some RMC inspired elements, as this track is very similar to the iBox track from RMC and it should be able to perform very similar maneuvers. I know a lot of people will be comparing this to RMC's hybrid coasters, and they will be especially comparing it to whatever they do with Wildcat. So it'll be very interesting to see how this ride stacks up to some of RMC's creations. Regardless of what the details may be, 2023 is sure to be a special year for Worlds of Fun and could be a big turning point for the park's future. That said, I'd like to hear what you think this project will look like. Do you think this ride will be fully made of Titan track, or do you think we'll be seeing a bit of wood track on this coaster? Also, do you think there's a shot I'm wrong and this project will not have anything to do with the Titan track at all? Make sure to leave all those thoughts down in the comments below. I'll probably do a follow-up video on this after the announcement, so make sure to stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more speculation videos coming soon. If you'd like to help us out even more, do me a favor and subscribe to my second channel, WNY and Beyond, where I post no copyright off-right footage. We also have a Discord server for anyone who'd like to chat with other fans of the channel that you can access by clicking the link in the description. With all that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.